And that way we can share with the people who are not able to make it. And I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Okay, hopefully my computer's being slow. Okay, welcome to our Joy and Blokes Info Zoom. We are just so excited you are here and ready to learn. And like I said, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, or Danielle's going to drop a Google form in the chat at the end of the night for you to fill out too, if you want to.
All right. So I'm Danielle Dolan. This is Lindsay Estel. We are the co-founders of the Advocate program with Joy and Blokes. So we partner with Joy and Blokes, but a little bit about us. So I'm a mom, and I'm on the left-hand side of the screen. So that's my family there in the blues and grays. But my brother is actually the founder and CEO of Joy and Blokes. And back in 2024, so a little bit after they had gotten started, I decided to jump in and see what it was all about. My brother and I had started to get into functional integrative health and
I'm sorry.
no, you're good. Health and wellness. And many years ago, back in like 2018, and our doctor had retired. But through that experience, my brother had a phenomenal transformation, and he wanted to take this type of medicine across the nation. And so that's why he created Joy and Blokes. He had been in the health industry for over, almost 20 years. But in doing so, once our doctor had retired, I decided to jump on with Joy and Blokes and check it out and go through the experience. And I will tell you, it was phenomenal. So I was blown away. I loved that I could get integrative health and wellness through telehealth. And so from the comfort of my own home. And as I was going through the experience, the clinicians were phenomenal. My health coach was fantastic, which we're going to dive into and tell you so much more about. But I got to thinking, oh my gosh, this is an incredible company and I love it so much. And so I was sharing it with friends and family, which I shared with Lindsay, and she's going to talk about here shortly. But truth be told, like this is just how healthcare should be. Going through the experience, I realized so many people need to be able to experience this and have their health be preventative, optimized, and not just about a band-aid approach and one size fits all. I was blown away at how customized this was, that I just wanted to take it beyond just my friends and family as well. So that's led to where Lindsay and I have partnered with Joy and Blokes and are helping to spread um, how amazing it is, and we'll dive into it more. But Lindsay, why don't you tell them about our experience together and when I shared it with you?
Absolutely. Sorry about my dog's barking. He loves to bark at anything. I am Lindsay. I'm on the right-hand side of the screen, and Danielle and I are college besties. So last fall, 2024, we were at a girls' weekend with our college friends. And, we were just all sitting around talking about the things that 40-year-old women talk about. And I was just explaining that, like, I was just annoyed essentially with the symptoms that I was having. I was feeling puffy. I was feeling like I couldn't drop the pounds, the extra pounds that you sometimes carry around. Please tell me I'm not the only one that carries around a few extra pounds in different seasons of life. But the things that worked before were no longer working. And I just felt like it was nothing I would go to my doctor for. It was like I knew that it wasn't like I would wake up with like anxiety in my sleep, but I wasn't not sleeping. I felt puffy, I felt like I couldn't drop the 5 pounds, but I'm not way overweight. Like it felt like it was nothing that my doctor would be like, oh yeah, we can do something for that. And so bring in Danielle. She said to me, I remember it so clearly. She was like, Lindsay, you should definitely check out Joy and Blokes. This is exactly what they were made for. It's about optimizing your health. And if you go to the doctor, they're probably going to tell you that your numbers are normal. But if you don't feel normal, then it's not normal. And there's help out there. And so I truly am just so grateful for that weekend. Well, for many reasons, but also because Danielle opened my eyes really to the world of functional medicine and telehealth and how easy it truly was. So I got started. I remember just how happy I was that following spring after I had had my blood work done, I had had my consultations, and I started on their recommendations. And I remember last spring, I went to play sand volleyball with our sand volleyball team at a local place. And I walked up, and some friends were like, "Wow, you look really great." And I was like, "Thank you. Honestly, I just feel like myself again." And they were like, "Oh, that's how I want to feel." And I was like, it's so easy. Like it truly is so easy. I mean, there's not some work involved as far as like diet, nutrition, but I didn't change major things. So I will forever be grateful for Joy and Blokes and the way that I feel now versus how I was feeling on that girls' weekend in fall of 2024.
Yeah, and to your point, Lindsay, as you go to the next slide, um, what I just redid my test. So I did my first one in July of 2024, and I just did my recent one, so a year and a half later. And I only did two different changes that they gave me on my treatment plan. And my biomarkers are so much better. I mean, huge jumps and improvements. 53 biomarkers are now, in optimized range. And I reduced by half those that were low. So I'm better in range than the low ones and the high ones similar. And so it was like, wow, this is so simple. And I do feel better. Like that's the best part is I feel better. Not only are my biomarkers and blood work saying it, but I feel it too. And I'm aging. So I'm getting older, but my biological age is getting younger. So I love that.
Well, and I just love it when the biomarkers match how you're feeling, right? So it's like, well, I feel better, but it's not just me thinking I feel better. Like I can see the proof. I do feel better, and I know here's why. And that to me is just so powerful. All right, moving on. Meet Joy and Blokes. Joy and Blokes is a telehealth platform created to disrupt the outdated one-size-fits-all approach to hormone and preventative care through personalized treatment plans, advanced lab testing, and functional medicine approach. More than just another telemedicine company, Joy and Blokes delivers data-driven diagnostics and science-backed therapies designed to support longevity, menopause, and optimal health span, guided by top-tier clinicians and expert health coaches. You, but better. And those are all the things we're going to tell you about today, all wrapped up in one paragraph.
All right. So as we dive in, we just want to give upfront the new customer promos. So for anybody who is new to Joy and Blokes, has never ordered anything, we have some phenomenal promos going on right now. Some of them aren't forever. So labs, for example, we have three different diagnostic labs, which we're going to talk about. You can right now get 65% off. Super incredible. This is just like a steal, to be honest with you, and we'll dive into it more. And then 50% off our smart supplements. This is automatic on the website. So the labs, you do enter code NY65. But for the smart supplements, if you've never ordered any, which we're going to dive in and talk about, later on, I have here, you will get 50% off on your first month, which is also an amazing deal. And then we have $50 referral gift cards. So if you're a brand new customer to Joy and Blokes and you register as a customer with an advocate, which we'll tell you more about before your first purchase, once you make that first purchase, you'll get an additional $50 gift card into your email inbox, and you'll be able to use it on your next purchase, even if it's a subscription, that's every month. So really great promos right now.
I love a good deal. And the big part is you have to sign up as a customer with an advocate. Don't forget that step or you won't get that gift card. And we really want you to get that gift card. All right, quick little agenda. We're going to start out with a little fun. We're going to talk about who we are, the team, the products, the services. We've got some FAQs that we know you're burning questions that you want to answer. We've got an advocate opportunity, how to save 20% off everything, and a $100 advocate marketing bonuses that we're going to tell you about.
All right, so start with some fun. Let's play a quick game of Never Have I Ever. So if you've never done this, drop an emoji in the chat if any of these are you. So we'll start with the first one. Never have I ever slept a full 8 hours, but still woke up tired. If this is you, then drop an emoji. Obviously, if you're watching the replay, that's okay. You can probably relate. I know that today was, one of those, slept a full 8 hours and still woke up tired, right? That just happens. But we're here to tell you there are things that can help so you don't wake up tired.
Absolutely. I hate when that happens. Next one, again, drop in the chat if this describes you. Never have I ever been jealous of my partner's ability to lose weight quickly. Oi, uh, ladies, where are you? I feel like I always say that I can like sniff a cupcake and add a couple pounds. Matt can consider going for a walk and he drops 3, like it just
Yep.
it's not the same.
It is not. No, men definitely, I think, have it easier in the category of losing like 5 pounds overnight.
Right,
Stop drinking
absolutely.
beer,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
All right. Never have I ever bought supplements that I never used. If I could put a million emojis, I would, because it was so common to be like, oh, I see in this article I should be taking vitamin D. And, in this article, increase my magnesium. And some of those, yes, you need. But let's be honest, some of those aren't necessary for your body. Or I bought it and I didn't feel like I was getting any like it wasn't benefiting me, probably because it wasn't good quality, like I was like, oh, I'll just go to Target and get the cheapest one on the shelf. Well, I didn't feel any side effects, good or bad, but it probably wasn't working at all. So I had for the longest a corner of supplements and finally cleaned it out, and now I'm just focusing on my smart supplements.
I actually strayed. I thought I really did not take any supplements before Joy and Blokes. And but then I got on my smart supplement train and I was like, well, is there anything else I can take for inflammation? My inflammation numbers are high. Well, ChatGPT recommended a couple of things. So I was like, sure, I'm going to add those in because, I can take a few more pills in a day. Well, a few days later, my fingers were swelling and I was like, why do my fingers feel so puffy? And so again, I put it in ChatGPT and it says, oh, yes, of course. That sometimes happens when starting the 2 supplements it recommended. Sometimes you retain water. And I'm like, okay, that would have been nice to know before I started them. So I threw them away and I'm sticking with my smart supplements because they do not make me feel that way.
Yep, totally. I'm with you there. I love my smart supplements, which Tyler, one of our participants asked a question, which type of supplements are good for the body system? We will dive into that because that's the beauty of Joy and Blokes is it's customized to you. So what works for you might not work for me, and vice versa. So what's great about Joy and Blokes is they're all about diagnostic and customized supplements that you need, not just what everybody needs. So we'll tell you more about that as we continue.
Hey.
All right. Oh, is this you or
I think it's
me?
is it
It's
me? I think
you.
it's me. Never have I ever worked out so I could eat more later. My famous saying is, well, not so famous, famous between Danielle and I, that most people's philosophy is never miss a Monday, but I'm a never miss a Friday kind of gal because I always know there's going to be going out for dinner and having a drink on Friday. It's what we do. It's our family tradition. And so I do not miss a Friday, man.
Hey, whatever gets us motivated, right? I'm all for it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Never have I ever worn gym clothes all day and never made it to the gym. If I could live in gym clothes all day, I would, regardless if I'm working out or not. That is my go-to outfit.
Sometimes I change from gym clothes to gym clothes, and that's fine too.
Yeah, I go from leggings to sweatpants.
My fancy sweats.
Yeah, totally.
Never have I ever been told everything looks normal by your doctor, but you knew something wasn't right. Well, this is the exact reason I didn't go to the doctor in the fall of 24. I knew they would say that, but I knew that I wasn't right. Like something's not right.
Yep. Normal is not always right.
Exactly. Normal's not optimal, we've learned.
Exactly. Yep, totally. All right, meet the founders. So this is Josh and Katie Whalen. That's my brother and sister-in-law, his wife. They are incredible. So Josh has been in the medical industry for almost 20 years. Katie is the numbers guru. She has her Series 7. She was on the Chicago Board of Trade, all of those good things. Together, they're just a great partnership, and they had the vision and created it. And now Joy and Blokes is a multi-million-dollar company nationwide. If you look up joyandblokes.com, You'll start to see it on socials left and right. And so you'll see, and their website is incredible. So check it out. You'll learn a lot more about Joy and Blokes, but these are our CEO and founders.
Woohoo, we are thankful for them.
Absolutely.
Okay, on to Joy and Blokes, and what are you going to get? So if you become a customer with Joy and Blokes, what does that look like? What do you have to pay? So often people are like, well, is there a monthly fee? Is there, are there hidden fees? Things like that. And the short answer is no. If you look at this, we've got, our competitors on here, but more than that, we just want you to see that, like, compared to our competitors in traditional medicine, we are convenient. There's no membership fee, there's no consultation fee. We treat the root cause. We have lab draws. We're proactive. We're data driven, all for $0. We're talking personalized care. It's not a one size fits all. And all of the consultation is all wrapped up in that lab fee. What you pay for the lab also includes your anything, the consultation and all of that. There's no additional fee, which is pretty amazing because actually I was comparing lab prices with a coworker today. She didn't know about Joy and Blokes, and I'm kicking myself for not telling her about it sooner, but she was paying over $300 for her labs, or $300 or $400, and she wasn't even getting a consultation with it. So
Mm,
it was just the labs. So she might come to Join Books for the consultation, but isn't that crazy?
that is crazy. Oh, that's such a bummer. That's
I know.
hard. Yeah, I
I,
know. It's like, darn it.
I know, and I almost hated to tell her too much because I was like, oh, I don't want her to know what a bad deal she got. But
Yeah.
oh well.
There's a lot out there, and that's why we want to promote Joy and Blokes, just because we want to be able to help people navigate through what's legit and what's very value added. So with that in mind, meet our medical advisors. So you will get a consultation anytime you get your blood drawn, and that is huge. They're licensed clinicians, doctors. There's a medical advisory board, which is right here. We have our own pharmacy with Joy and Blokes. So not everything you get will come from the pharmacy. Some things they will use from your local pharmacy. But when it works, like if that is appropriate for your state or for the medicine that they're going to be sending for prescriptions, that will come from the Nashville pharmacy. But just know there's also health coaches. So we have our clinicians that you meet with in the consultation. And then for continual care, we have phenomenal health coaches, which we'll talk more about as well. But they are there to help you. And if there's something that they can't do, they will partner again with the clinician who you're paired up with.
And the health coach, they never go away. That's one of the things that my
Yeah.
coworker asked me. She's like, well, how long do you have access to a health coach? And I was like, always. Like, they're just an email away. And I think that that alone is worth hundreds of dollars.
Oh, it's worth its weight in gold. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to dive into products and services. So, if you're wondering about what does this look like, right? So you sign up as a customer so you can get your $50 gift card. Then you'll use that same site down below signing up as a customer. There's shop women, shop men. Click on the one that goes with yourself. Then you'll choose the lab that you want to do. More on that in a minute. So you're going to choose your lab. And from there, and then you'll check out. And from there, you're going to get an email and a text to schedule your labs. You'll go to your local lab, get your labs drawn. Then you'll get another email about scheduling your consultation. You'll get your lab results via email. And then you'll have a consultation via Zoom. And then if you want to meet with your health coach still after that Zoom consultation with your health clinician, you can. Or if you're ready to order your products, you just order your products and they get shipped to your front door. Or in some cases, you can get it, go pick it up at your pharmacy. I've always just had mine shipped to my front door, but I know Danielle, you get one from your pharmacy, right?
Yeah, I get my thyroid medication from Safeway. Like I could change it to Target, CVS, or wherever. But
Okay,
yeah, so that one. But the others that I'm just now going to get a new prescription. And that one's coming from a local, it's just shipped to my door as well, a local compounding pharmacy.
awesome. And if you're like me and you don't like to make a phone call, you just need to know that none of this requires a phone call.
Yes.
You book everything online. It's all done online. The only thing you have to talk to somebody face to face is when you go get your lab draw done. So it's super simple.
So simple. I love it. So diving into the lab specifically, we have three options. So we're going to go into each one of them. This first one is the complete hormone panel. It is the cheapest or best value, lowest cost, but it does have the least amount of biomarkers that it checks, but it's a great place to start. So it's minimum needed to start hormone replacement therapy. It's really big on the hormone side of things, hence its name, complete hormone panel. It's great for those who want to lose weight but feel stuck, dealing with hormone shifts, or you think you are. You want to focus on prevention and longevity, and you're experiencing unexplained symptoms. So this is, with the code that we have going on, the NY65, it's $52.50, and it analyzes 56 key biomarkers, which 56 is a lot, right? But in those in the middle are all the big topics that they're focusing on with the biomarkers. So everything from metabolism and weight to kidney inflammation, electrolyte hydration, cognition, strength and endurance, menstrual health if you're a female, and then for the males, they're looking at the men's health side of it as well.
I love it's not even $1 a biomarker. So that's kind of amazing. And you're
Oh,
going
good
to notice
call.
that this middle chart that has the little plus size signs by it, that's the same in each of these. And that's because we just wanted to show it to you. So when you go to the website, you can click on that plus and it will tell you everything under that that falls in that category that it's going to test for.
Yeah.
And then we got another slide that tells a little bit more about that. But just so you're not confused when you look at this one, the next one is our advanced panel. This is our most popular one panel. It it tests 71 measures, not tests, 71 biomarkers. It is more robust, obviously, than the complete. It has a full thyroid panel plus lipids. And it's great for those who want to take a closer look at their metabolism, want a deeper dive into hormones, and sorry about my typos here. Want to focus on on prevention and longevity, and also just experiencing those unexplained symptoms. So if you go to the website and you click on these pluses, you're going to see more options there. So advanced panel, I've done two of those. I've been very, very happy with them. You also get your biological age with the advanced panel, which is kind of just fun, and it can turn into a little competition with yourself. But it's a fantastic panel.
Yeah, I went from in a year and a half ago, I was 29 in my biological age. Not only did I age a year and a half older, but I lost a year in my biological age, and I'm 28 now. So super exciting. I love the biological age. And then just know, so this is the comprehensive panel. So the first two that we went over, you get a 30-minute consultation with the licensed clinician. This last one, the comprehensive panel, it is the most expensive, but it is the big mama jama, like it's the big one, but it comes with an hour consultation, which I love. I did the comprehensive most recently with the code. It's at 245, but it is testing 110 biomarkers, which is incredible. It very much drills into your cardiovascular health. So the others do touch on it, but it goes deeper into that, which is huge if that's something that you're really interested in, which I am. It runs in my family for heart, heart issues. So that was a big one. This also includes a full thyroid panel and lipids. It's great for those who want a complete view of their health, do not want to leave any stone unturned, and you care about all the things, which I'm just like a nerd when it comes to knowing all these things. I will say the great thing about all of them, though, is before you do any of the labs you do and your consultation, you fill out like a symptoms health form, so to speak. And then when you meet with your clinician, you talk about your goals and also what your symptoms are. Like, so they're really big with the clinicians about, okay, this result might not show it in your blood panel, but you're feeling this anxiety or you're not having a full night's sleep, you're struggling with sleep. They're going to look at, okay, how do we connect the dots here? And look at what does the blood work say and what do your symptoms tell us? And then they're going to treat you based on that. So it's really helpful, just to really connect the dots of what's going on in your full body because it might be upsetting your stomach, but it's actually something that, or you, for a prime example is you're having headaches, but the issue is in your gut, right? And so they always say your gut is your second brain. So sometimes we might have cognitive issues, but it's a gut issue at the core. And so they're getting to the root cause as well to help you.
And one panel we don't have on here is the food sensitivity test. That is a different panel. It's a different purchase and it's a different panel. So just if you see that on the website, that it is different. It's also phenomenally it gives great information. We have a friend who did one and absolutely loved the information she got from. Well, maybe didn't love it because I think it made her stop drinking beer, but she loved the knowledge she gained from it. This is on the website. So if you click compare all labs, you're going to see this. And what we and you'll see it scrolls down. We can't do that here, but the biggest thing is that I would kind of look at what are you most interested in, and then let's say it's metabolism and weight control. Well, the basic panel has two biomarkers that go with metabolism and weight control. Advanced panel has eight, and comprehensive has 11. So if that's big for you, maybe that helps you, maybe it doesn't. But you can look at all of the different categories on the side, and it kind of breaks it down into categories, and it might help you make that decision if you're just not at all sure. But they're all 65% off, so that's the good news.
I love that. That's huge news. All right. And then one of my favorites, so kind of diving into the supplements. So with those clinician consultations, they will recommend supplements as well as prescriptions based on your results. They might not if you have great results, but one of the things that I love in our supplement suite is our smart supplements. So this is customized supplements to your body based on your biomarkers or your symptoms or your goals. So I'll kind of break that down. But first off, just the packaging is phenomenal. It's very eye-catching and will look good on a countertop. And it's much better than having a million bottles, right? And in each package, there can be up to eight recommended vitamins, minerals, supplements that you can put into yours. Now, I did it based on my blood work. So my licensed clinician put together a pack for me. We do have three ways of being able to order smart supplements. The first one is through your blood work and a clinician putting a pack together for you based on your needs. The second is doing a symptomology like health form, and you fill it out. It's very much curated questions that are meant to guide the form on what you would need based on your symptoms. And that's really cool. And then the third one is where you can just build your own pack. You can make your own custom pack. If you know what you need, you can utilize that. And then what I love about it, so I have eight in mine. What I absolutely love about it is all of our supplements and vitamins and minerals have been tested. And you can see that on the website. They have gone through what's a company called Supco, which is a phenomenal company where they are checking the potency and purity of the supplements through multiple different companies across the nation. And in that, giving a status. And Joi Blokes is that elite status, incredibly high status to show that our purity and potency is phenomenal. And so I have seen a huge difference. So earlier I was talking about how my biomarkers jumped. This is one of the key reasons because it's made for what my body needs. And then what's nice is it's just a pack a day. So I just tear off the pack. I take mine at night. And then I know that I'm on track. So the big thing too is it keeps me consistent. I sucked at being consistent with taking supplements, and it was because I didn't have them all in one spot and I would forget, or it just, it seemed overwhelming. I'd forget to do my weekly little, cartridges for the day of the week. And so it became a hassle. And this is so convenient, so amazing. There's 30 packs in here. I am on pack 27, so they have it. And then the other cool thing is in your pack, oh, I forgot it upstairs, but you have a booklet in there. And in the booklet, you get it every time you get one every month. The booklet outlines all of the different vitamins and minerals and supplements that are for you, talks about what they do to help you, how they help your body, and the amount that's in it, so the dosage. And then there's a picture so you know of each supplement, so you know which one is which. And then this whole package is biodegradable, which is awesome too. But it's just such a clever and convenient thing. I love it if I go on trips, which we love to travel. I just take, let's say I'm gone for 3 days, I just pull out three, throw it in my backpack. I don't have to worry about my supplements getting mixed everywhere and getting lost. So there's just convenience. It's phenomenal. It helps me be consistent. And I know the products that are in here are built for my body, but also I know that they're going to work. And so that's been the game changers. They actually work for me. And we have, I think, over 60. If you go back to the slides,
Yes, I will
Lindsay,
do that now.
I think we have over 60 or around 60 supplements, vitamins and minerals to choose from. They all meet strict FDA compliance standards. They're manufactured under FDA enforced CGMP regulations. They've been third-party tested, as I was talking about, but it's really phenomenal. And there's everything from fun stuff, well, not fun, but like cool things like ashwagandha and a probiotic, multiple like a B complex, which I think I have in mine. And then very important things, they're basic things that you're used to, like vitamin C, vitamin D, but they're all at really good levels.
All right. So, in thinking about that, again, 8 supplements. I'm Dutch, so I most certainly put 8 in mine. And I also needed to calculate the value because, so what I did was I took all of this supplements. These are my husband's. Um, and I looked them up on Amazon. And sometimes on Amazon, you have to buy like 90 days or 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever. So I had to figure out what would the total cost be to get all the bottles to your house on Amazon. That was $349. But the cost per month of all of those pills, and again, remembering to reorder them or, having too many, whatever, it was $164.30. At Joy and Blokes, your 1 month supply is $150, except your first month, if you're a brand new customer, is 50% off. And then our advocate pricing on those is $120. So, but it's not just that, it's all automatically delivered to your door each month. You can also pause it if you need to. You can make adjustments in what's in your pack easily just by logging in and doing it. You have access to that certified health coach. And obviously, they are the premium top quality ingredients that you can trust.
And then when you're taking if you have your blood work, let's say, how does the clinician know which ones? Those biomarkers are the, the specific biomarkers that are being measured have been decided based on what's important for your body and what you need. So like for example, most of mine are based on what came back as low or off in my body. And then sometimes though, like if I wanted better skin, I might do like a biotin or something in that. So sometimes it's based on symptoms too. And then beyond our smart supplements, so this is a smart supplement, we have what's called blended supplements. These are phenomenal in the sense that you might only need to take one, and it's going to hit all the markers that you need. So it's a blended supplement put into a capsule. So for example, Balance is fantastic for balancing your hormones. And it has over 20 vitamins, minerals, and supplements built into that capsule. So you take 2 capsules a day and you're done. So this is great. These are great for people who maybe don't like to take a lot of pills. Like I'm taking 8 with my smart supplements. I have a girlfriend, we have a girlfriend, me and Lindsay, who is like mortified of taking that many pills a day. And so balance would be something that would be great for her because there's super incredible ingredients and vitamins and minerals that have been specifically formulated to balance your hormones, but also just help you feel better. Levels is the equivalent for men. It levels their hormones for men. So obviously we got to consider the biology of men versus women. And then gut health does exactly what it says. It's blended supplements to help the gut. Thyroid support, maybe you're borderline, not sure if you need a thyroid supplement, but there's some markers that might lean toward you do. The thyroid support is fantastic. Things that help with sexual performance, there's a blended supplement for that. Hair support, which we'll talk about in just a second. Focus, sleep, GLP-1 assist, creatine. What I love about all of these is that These are supplements that have been specifically formulated to do exactly what they say. So if you're struggling at work and you're like, I just can't focus throughout the day, but you're not ready to maybe jump into a stronger prescription, Focus might be the perfect supplement for you to take and try and be like, this magically works, right? But so that's what I love about it. If you're looking to hit some symptom or something that you're struggling with, read the name and it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And then Lindsay actually has been taking hair support. So Lindsay, tell us like your experience with the hair support. I know it and I'm excited for you to talk about it.
Yes, I do. I love the hair support. I have been taking it since November. So December, January, February, March. So I'm on month 4. And they usually say between the 4 and 6 month mark, you start noticing difference. But I would say I noticed differences right away. My daughter does my hair a lot of times, not when it's straight, but she'll curl it or she'll crimp it or whatever. And even she noticed that it was thicker, that I had regrowth, and that it just like felt better. One thing that you can't, I kept it straight because one thing that you can notice is this is my real hair. These are extensions. And I used to not be able to wear my hair straight because my real hair did not blend. It was like up here and it did not blend with my extensions. So now it's moving in all funky ways right now, but it does blend with my extensions. So they're not that far off in length. So that's super exciting. I find the secret sauce to be hair support plus balance. I'm really sensitive to hormone fluctuations. Like I get migraines with hormone fluctuations. I can feel like off balance, if you will. And I found that taking one balance pill was enough DHEA, which I'm very low in, so I need it. But taking one of the 2 capsules a day is perfect for me. I feel great on that, and it's enough. I could probably try 2 now, but I the hormone fluctuations are tricky for me. But I found that the balance really helps also with the hair support, which totally makes sense that your hormones should be in balance if you want to grow hair. So
Yeah.
all of it makes total sense. It's not rocket science, just like the names of them are not rocket science. So yeah, I've been so happy with it. My mother-in-law started on the hair support, and she noticed right away. She said that she felt like her scalp was much healthier and less like scabs and sores on her scalp. So I feel like it's not just me. I'm not biased. It really is working.
I mean, let's be honest, hormones do so much in our bodies, and
Yes.
our cortisol is a hormone too, which is our stress. And when those are off or not on par with what your body should be, you can feel it. Everybody can feel it. We just might not realize it's the hormone. You get shocked when you find out, like, really, it's a hormone issue,
Yeah.
not something
Uh,
else. So I
Stupid
feel you there.
hormones. And they're never quite in line, right? Okay, the next 2 slides are just really showing that we've got real people with real results. There's real celebrities or familiar faces, if you will, who love and use Joy and Blokes products. They back it. They partnered with us. We have many publications who have featured Joy and Blokes. So it's not, if you've never heard of Joy and Blokes, you now will. It will be all over your feed. But it's not a new company even, and it's been around. It's just there's a lot of companies to choose from, and we are actually a very reputable company, one that you can most definitely trust.
Absolutely. And that's huge. When it comes to healthcare, you want to go to a place you trust and feel good at. So some FAQs. We know there are some definite questions you guys might have. And if you have other questions, you can drop them in the chat. We'll, at the end, answer some questions as well. And then also I'll drop a form in the chat too that you can fill out. And in that form is a spot to ask questions. But first up, do you accept insurance? And no, we do not directly accept insurance, but we do offer insurance pay options for certain treatments. For women, we can send specific prescriptions such as estrogen, progesterone to your local pharmacy, allowing you to use your benefits through your pharmacy. Additionally, FDA approved GLP-1, GIP, weight loss, and type 2 diabetes medications. That includes the name brands that you know, Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, Mounjaro. They may be eligible for coverage. And while we assist with prior authorizations and prescription submissions, we will not bill your insurance directly. And so also our lab supplements and peptides are not covered by insurance. But just know that if you were to go to any functional health medicine doctor, integrative wellness, typically those are all cash pay as well. And they're the places that you're going to get the most comprehensive service. But consider us your concierge platform for specialized care. Many of our therapies and approaches are classified as preventative care, which, let's be honest, insurance doesn't cover, most preventative care once you start to drill into it, which is why we have such extensive sick care in the US. And that's what Joy and Blokes wants to prevent is sick care. We're in the business of healthcare, preventative care, not trying to knock sick care, but there's a reason in the US we have such chronic disease and illness. And insurance just doesn't cover it, unfortunately, across the board.
But however, you can use your HSA or your FSA. So yes, you can use both funds to cover your eligible purchases. We are happy to provide a detailed receipt and a letter of medical necessity from your provider. You can then submit these documents to your HSA or FSA account for potential reimbursement. Since coverage varies by plan, we recommend checking with your provider to confirm eligibility. So I know a lot of people that have used their HSA to check out for labs and treatments and all of that.
Yep. And then what qualifications and certifications do your health coaches have? So as we were talking about, we have our licensed clinicians, but then we have health coaches as well that are there for continual care indefinitely. So they're always there for you. And our health coaches have degrees in nutrition, exercise science, psychology, with some being registered dietitians, nutritionists, holistic doctors, and registered nurses as well. They're incredibly smart. I've been blown away by our health coaches in my own personal experiences. And I know a lot of people they really love their health coach. They really function as the role as the go-between between patient and provider, so the licensed clinician. They'll oversee patient care, mitigate side effects. So I've reached out to mine when I was like, oh gosh, I feel like this normal, and we've like pared back, maybe a lesser dose or in some cases increased it. So they'll modify the dosage. And specifically for non-HRT medications, just know if it's something that the licensed clinician is required to do. Joy and Blokes follows all state and federal guidelines, so they are very much in line with that. And so sometimes they might just need to partner with your licensed clinician and get them involved. But they also offer diet and lifestyle advice, which I love. Like they've helped with, lowering stress outside of anything you have to pay for. These are some tips and tricks you can use in the comfort of your home. And then it's all based on criteria and protocols provided by your medical advisors. So they have everything in this system to be able to see like that, making sure that they're connecting the dots too and giving you the right advice based on your, whether you've had labs based on your results and your consultations.
Awesome. And then we've kind of gone through this of why Joy and Bloke supplements versus others. Our supplements are manufactured under FDA enforced CGMP standards, third-party tested for purity and potency, and formulated with clinical grade evidence-backed ingredients. The same level of quality you see from brands like Thorne, Pure Encapsulations, and Designs for Health. We were also recently certified, like Danielle said, at elite status by SUPCO, which means our products have been independently vetted for ingredient quality, transparency, and manufacturing standards, placing them among the top tier of trusted supplement brands. Okay, next up, we just have a couple slides left. So that's really the customer side of thing. We also have an advocate. So we said we're the founders of the advocate program. We're just sharing some advocate perks with you. So at Joy Blokes, we're not selling hype. We're delivering real life-changing results backed by science, labs, and leadership. If you're here, it means you're bold enough to bet on yourself and smart enough to know that wellness is the next wave of true wealth. This isn't just another product line. This is purpose-driven health rooted in movement, longevity, and feeling your best. Movement in medicine is medicine. Feeling better is possible. Living longer is the mission. We're here to redefine what it means to lead, live, and earn. The future belongs to those who take action. So let's build it together.
Yeah, so the Advocate program is phenomenal for an additional 20% off discount on everything. So let's say you're a customer and you're getting, testosterone, you're also getting a smart supplement, and you're on a GLP-1. You would get 20% off of all of that as an advocate. And so obviously what I love about Joy and Blokes, it's a one-stop shop. We have everything from peptides to hormone thyroid care, blended supplements, hair supplements, sexual health. We have our diagnostic, labs and stuff too, but we have the products based on your treatment plan that you're going to need. And being able to get 20% off right out of the gates is huge, huge savings. And so it's a great perk to be an advocate to be able to get that savings right out of the gates.
Heck yes, I love a discount. And also along those same lines, we have some additional quarterly advocate perks for our advocates. So when our advocates reach $300 in monthly PV, which is their personal volume, that can be their own sales, for example. And these aren't supplements only. They get a $75 gift card. Advocates also get a $100 gift card if they enroll two friends who want to save 20% in the same month as well. So lots of great perks to being an advocate. Our biggest goal in this advocate division is truly to help you save on your own health and to help you share it with others. Additionally, along with these perks, are several other perks of being an advocate that we'll share with you, but we really wanted to share some of our top faves. But we've got one more big one coming up here with Danielle.
Yeah, this one is amazing. This one just came out this month and it's ongoing. It's the brand new $100 new customer marketing bonus. So what this is for every new customer you bring into Joy and Blokes, you will get, and they make a purchase, they sign up as a customer under you, that you will earn $100 cash bonus. So right out of the gates, you get $100. There's no cap on the earnings. It's unlimited. So for example, if you have 5 new customers, you're going to earn $500 that month. If you have 10 new customers, you'll earn 1,000. It's a one-time fee, so you only get it one time per customer. And then your customer gets a $50 gift card after their first purchase. So that's awesome. Not only are you earning, but they're earning. And so it's like a win-win all around, and I absolutely love it. So again, it's Joy and Blokes is all about spreading preventative and optimizing healthcare across the nation. So this is just one of the many ways that we're doing it.
And last but not least, if you are not part of our new community on Facebook, Joyfully Well, Joy and Blokes Health and Wellness Community, please join that. Danielle's going to drop a Google form in the chat right now. If you're here, please fill that out. If you're watching on replay, it will be in the email that I sent with the replay. If you could fill that out, it will help us. Help you if that's what you want. It will also just give us some great knowledge. So we can't thank you enough for being here tonight, for learning from us, and we can't wait to help you to answer your questions, any of the above. So that is all.
One second, let me put this in. Just
And
I had I have a bazillion tabs open as if that's not an example of where my brain's at, but there is the form in the chat. So if you're on here and you see it, you can fill that out. You can click on it. We did have a really good question by one of our participants today, and she was just asking how if I'm currently taking supplements, vitamins, minerals, how do I know if they're working? Because let's say it's a non-Joy and Blokes supplement. The best thing to do is get your blood work done and it will show you. So you might be taking a vitamin D at home and it's working perfectly well. You might also be taking it and the results show your vitamin D is low. That's just one example. And then you will know like, okay, that might not be working. The other thing is you can go to supco.com, which is just another, it's a third party company that's testing supplements from all the major brands and everything like that. And you can see the potency and purity of those and check with the brands you have. Just so you know, Joy and Blokes is on par with top brands like Pure Encapsulation. What are the other names? I'm blanking on them.
Thorn
Thorn, Designs for Health.
for health.
Those brands, which they are more expensive, but you get what you pay for. Quality really is more expensive, and so, but sometimes it might not be. So you just want to double check that. So do a blood panel, get your diagnostic test done, and then you'll be able to see what's working, what's not. And then Joanne Blokes recommends like a test every year, like just kind of like you do go to do your preventative stuff at the doctor. This
Huh.
is the perfect supplement to that. And actually it replaces mine. Like I don't go to my doctor
What?
yearly.
Turn
But
that
it's
off.
perfect to then check, you know, is it working? And what I found is that mine are working. And in some cases too good. We had to bring down the dosage because now my iron was really high and it was great, but my iron was really low before. So great question. All right, so the form is in there. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure being with you guys. If you have any questions, let us know and join us in the Facebook group, and we'll see you there.
All right. See you guys. Have a great night.